All right, 11 minutes after 7 o'clock right now. Welcome back to Carolina in the Morning on Fox Wilmington. We've got Ryan Trimble here in the studio with us. Talking about, I thought you were running for election or something.
No. Next time you're going to like ask for entrance music.
I mean,
oh, that's not a bad idea. I like that.
I
I
like
like music into your segment.
yeah, you know, just a little something to
like
let
it.
people know I've arrived.
Oh, producer says no.
Oh. All right.
All right,
okay.
carry on.
Anyway.
Trimble's like, I run this.
Yeah, we're just in
I
there for a
run
second,
this.
Jess. I'm coming for you. No, I'm not coming for you. So I was communicating threats, which I will not do. But I will do trending. Let's go on. Let's talk
All
about
right.
it. So we're actually starting this this morning with a pretty serious story that I've been following, sort of been tracking on Twitter since last night, and which Bob Bonner actually brought to us in the 6 o'clock hour of the show. Is another officer-involved shooting out in the St. Louis, Missouri area. Now, people took to the streets in St. Louis after an off-duty officer who was white shot and killed a black suspect. Now, that officer was working a security detail. He was not, working for the police at the moment. When he approached 4 men, those 4 men ran, he chased them, and then he ended up getting jumped. Now, eventually, one of the suspects shot the officer, and then that officer shot back. But the thing that a lot of people are talking about is the amount of shots with which he returned. 16. He shot 16 times back, ending up killing that suspect. Now, these are some scenes from that St. Louis area, which, of course, Ferguson, Missouri, is in the St. Louis sort of suburbs, where, of course, Michael Brown was killed a couple months ago. Now, the main difference, of course, being that Michael Brown was unarmed, whereas this guy who was killed...
There's a lot of questions to this
and
one.
that's
number one, was the kid hit 16 times?
Yeah.
Was he still running? You know what I mean? And plus the fact, doing what they're doing in St. Louis is not the way to solve anything.
Absolutely. And that's why I sort of went back and forth between including this story in this segment just because I knew we had to talk about it. And there are a lot of unanswered questions at the moment. But a lot of people are talking about it right now. When I looked, there were 3 different topics trending on Twitter. There was St. Louis and 16 shots and 16 times were all trending. But, it's definitely something that
it's trending, so
exactly,
you should bring it up.
Yeah, but people in the area are just it's still very raw over there, even 2 or 3 months later afterwards.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Supposedly, based on the forensic evidence that they've done there and the crime scene, the suspect, everything's allegedly fired 3 times at the officer. Officer was not hit. Fired 3 times at the officer. His gun then jammed. So I guess they've shown that there was a jam in the chamber. So that he was attempting to fire more. 17 shots, I think, was the latest count now that the officer fired back. They're not saying how many times the suspect was hit. We do know that he was shot and killed. Now, the suspect's family has now come out and said, our son, who was 18, was not armed.
Oh.
So now you have the...
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing. There's 3 people. If they're all running, you hear gunshots. You don't know. Maybe you don't know who's shooting at
Correct.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know, but gosh.
Yeah. So.
It's just all of it around is an unfortunate.
What we do know for certain is this will not be the end of this story this morning.
No,
this will
definitely
continue
not.
on throughout the day and for days to come.
Definitely, yeah. So we'll probably have an update, coming up probably tomorrow at some point, but we'll see what happens there. So something completely less serious, completely other side of everything. I'm going to rag on Apple again because that's just like my fun thing to do. So we've already talked about Bendgate, which is where the new iPhones bend if you do that silly thing where you just keep them in your pocket. But we have a new gate to enter into. It's called Hairgate. Some users say the new iPhone 6 is pulling out their hair. It is due to, I love this story, it's so dumb. It is due to a small little baby gap between the phone and the aluminum around the phone. Now this is slightly older video, so this isn't exactly the new iPhone, but the new iPhone does have an aluminum sort of edge around it that people say that if you keep too close on your face, it's pulling out guys' facial hair and also women's hair.
Sorry.
So far, Apple has not commented on the issue, but Kim is giggling, so I consider this story a success.
It's the Tweezer app.
It's the new
Do you mean
Tweezer
take
app.
a hint? Trim?
There we go. Now, I just want to say my Samsung S4 has never done... This is my phone. I'm taking it out of its case. It has never done anything like that. I mean,
Don't drop it now.
Oh, there you go. To be fair, I do have the facial hair of a 12-year-old boy, but I have sideburns and then, it doesn't pull those out, so I'm just Samsung.
Can't be fun.
Have your hair pulled out?
Can't be fun.
I wouldn't imagine.
No, I can't talk about
You're
this
done.
story.
You're done. Why? Why not?
It just... I don't know. It's just not.
Goodness gracious. You all right?
I love that you think this is so
I think
funny.
I keep picturing somebody getting their beard
It's
falling
like, oh, my whole, all of my cheek. It's
Now,
on my
it
phone
wouldn't be
now.
like tufts. It would be.
I know, but
you said it was
that's
like
not what I'm picturing.
a razor thin gap. No pun intended. Between the edge, right? So it's just
Yeah.
I guess one hair gets caught in there,
Yeah.
but noticeable.
I like Kim. You take it away and you
Because
have
now
like
I'm picturing a
whole.
guy with like just a gap in his beard. Dude talks on his phone a lot.
Man. Had to make a call.
Yeah, he should switch sides of his face, even that thing out. Take some calls on the left side.
That's great. Or a hipster just walking around with it like stuck hanging from his beard. That's what I'm picturing. That's what I like. Oh, I will move on. Gannon has a story now.
This can't top Hairgate. No way. But our editor in the morning, Brandon Wisbaum, did some great work for us. Found this trending video. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty creative. No water. What are you going to do? Well, maybe get in a fight over a bottle of water, only it's a stop-motion parkour fight. Parkour, of course, yeah, I guess making hurdles and just, it's kind of gymnastics out of natural things. Well, these guys say they're not really good at that, so they're doing a little camera trickery right about now.
I love this. This is so
It's like
cool.
a video game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think the cool thing too is things trending online. There's a lot of video and editing, and
Yeah.
it really shows a lot of different skills.
Yeah.
And maybe there's not many other venues, well, YouTube, to do
It's
that.
cool. No, I
Yeah.
love stuff like this.
I like the one where he just kind of, trash can, and then, but yeah, so that goes on for
That's
about
different.
a minute, and eventually they find a resolution. One dude gets the water, he's hydrated, looks like a sunny day, looks like they had a lot of time on their hands, and they put together a trending video, 1.5 million views on YouTube.
I love it. That's awesome.
Here is the finish.
Now,
So
if someone
first
wanted to
place.
do a video like this, would it be nice enough out today to do that?
I think so, man. Like anywhere in southeastern North Carolina, not only we get the sunshine, we get the low humidity, the light breezes. Looks like what? Maybe Silicon Valley, maybe where they were shooting. Looks like a little Cali
looks
view there.
California, yeah.
And we got a little Cali weather here in southeastern North Carolina. So good stuff. As we get into weather, what do we got first? Temperatures right out the gate here. Low 60s for most areas, upper 50s for other spots. One or two spots down to the mid 50s. Kenansville, Lumberton, fitting that mold. There's a 79-degree temperature for a high. That looks good. That feels good. Low humidity. The thermostat turned down a little bit on us today versus yesterday thanks to a north breeze flow. Officially hit 88 degrees at ILM Airport yesterday. Today, again, shooting for 79. About upper 70s will do it for our beach conditions. So if you can somehow swing a beach day on this Thursday, great conditions. We like to celebrate a beach day. No matter, weeks after Labor Day, we live right next to the beach. Let's enjoy it if we can. Outdoor activity supported. Brunswick County Beaches stats right there. And if you are boating today, looks like some good conditions with no advisories effective for the offshore waters.
We'll be right back with more Carolina in the Morning.